New this morning, Albuquerque police have arrested a man in a homicide they were staying pretty tight-lipped about. Matt has more from the Newsplex. Matt?
Elizabeth, this is an absolutely gruesome story. It involves a gun, a machete, and a lot of blood. It is all spelled out in this criminal complaint I got a hold of from Albuquerque police. It says a neighbor called 911 about 11:15 Saturday night about a disturbance here at the Arioso apartment complex on Montgomery near Pennsylvania. The caller says he heard a man yelling and a woman screaming at an apartment nearby. Police rushed over there. They went inside that apartment, and there they found April Vecino dead, lying on the bedroom floor. They say she'd been stabbed a number of times. Investigators say they found a lot of blood in the apartment, plus a gun on the floor, a large machete with blood on it, and a wallet with an ID in it that belongs to Eric Coleman. Now, police arrested and interviewed Coleman yesterday after the apartment manager says Coleman, right here, was there asking for keys to that apartment. Police say Coleman just told them he had just gotten out of jail in Santa Fe and was planning on moving in with April. Coleman told police he and April got into a, quote, spiritual fight over heaven and hell. Coleman says he was on meth and he blacked out. And police say he admitted to stabbing April twice in the chest. Now, in this complaint, Coleman told police April took out a gun and shot at him, but he managed to get it away from her and threw it on the ground. Elizabeth?
Matt, thank you. Coleman is charged with murder and remains in MDC on a no-hold bond. Take a good look at these pictures here. You'll see them in just a moment. Police say someone was driving a truck that may have deliberately hit 4 people, killing one of them. We told you about this yesterday morning right here after it happened near 2nd Street and Iron. Albuquerque detectives say it appears the victims were targeted. Police, here it is, are looking for a faded black truck with front end damage. The license plate is GJ or GZ with an unknown third letter ending in 278. If you have any information, please call APD. The investigation and outrage over delays in medical care for veterans continues to unfold.
Yeah, there's a new audit out. It shows more than 1,000 veterans had to wait 3 months or more for their first appointments. And we're talking just at VA hospitals here in New Mexico. The Veterans Affairs Department says patients looking for primary care at the VA here wait an average of 46 days if they need specialty care. They usually have to wait about 2 months. The Albuquerque VA hospital is accused of delaying patient appointments and then manipulating data about those wait times. Well, the audit released by the VA also reveals that more than 57,000 veterans all across the country have been waiting 90 days or more for their first doctor's appointments. Tens of thousands more never even got appointments. The U.S. House is grilling VA leaders about why it is taking so long for America's veterans to see their doctors. It has been nearly 2 decades since the infamous Hollywood video murders.
And as the judge who helped put the cold-blooded killers behind bars gets ready to retire, she reflects back on one of the most memorable cases in Albuquerque's history. Metro Court Judge Julie Altweiss was the deputy district attorney at the time when she prosecuted the March 1996 Hollywood video murder case. Investigators believe Shane Harrison and Esther Buckley shot and killed 3 Hollywood video workers during an apparent robbery. It's believed the 2 then kidnapped and killed the grandparents of one of the workers who had gone to the store to pick up their grandson.
It was, difficult emotionally and really, sad set of circumstances and heartbreaking. And, tough case. It's tough to have a 2-month-long trial where you're in the public eye that much.
Harrison and Beckley were convicted of killing the grandparents, but not the 3 Hollywood video workers. They continue to serve life sentences in prison.
It is 5:35 right now. 7 long months after construction was supposed to be done at the I-25 and 550 interchange, the work is still going on, and it's about to get a lot worse for drivers before this is all done. Crews are expected to start laying down the final layer of pavement today. So here's what you need to know about this. I-25 northbound, the off-ramps and on-ramps at 550 will be closed tonight and tomorrow night. Then both ramps for I-25 southbound will be shut down Thursday through Saturday. Plus some lanes on 550 and 165 will be closed too. The project was supposed to be done back in November, but the Department of Transportation says weather is what's causing all these delays.
They were late getting the project finished, so we had to wait for temperatures that were sufficient that we could do this work at nighttime.
And the contractor could be fined up to $8,300 for every day the work has gone on past the deadline. That could add up. The state and the contractor is going to talk about that when all of the work is finally done. Well, the scrap with some senior center scrapbooks is showing no signs of stopping this morning.
The Tijeras Village Council met once again to talk about a scandal that's divided the small town.
This should have been worked out in a room. It's just been done. This is silly.
Earlier this year, Floyd Watson and Doris Lark were banned from the senior center and criminally charged with taking a couple of scrapbooks. Lark, who has passed away, she actually passed away in April, claimed she made and paid for the photo books. A judge dismissed the charges against the pair last month, but Watson remains banned from the center. The council is considering whether to drop that ban or refile charges. People who support the mayor's decision to ban Watson say the ban should not be dropped unless the village gets the scrapbooks or photos back.
They continue to hold these pictures as hostage to get what they want.
I cannot help but wonder if the mayor's time would be better spent on conducting village business rather than carry on this childish vendetta.
The council is expected to take up the issue again in 2 weeks.
All right, if you're good with customer service and you're looking for a job, head to Mesa del Sol today. Fidelity Investments is expanding here in Albuquerque and hiring 150 more customer service reps. These are full-time jobs with benefits, and they average about $16 an hour. It's about 33 grand a year. If you're interested, head to Fidelity's office in Mesa del Sol from 3 to 6 this afternoon. It can be a little hard to find, but it's off University near Crick Drive, a little south of the airport.